Walt Whitman is America's world poet, a latter-day successor to Homer, Virgil, Dante, and Shakespeare. In Leaves of Grass, 1855, 1891, 1892, he celebrated democracy, nature, love, and friendship. This monumental work praised both the body and the soul, finding beauty and reassurance even in death. Along with Emily Dickinson, Whitman is regarded as one of America's most significant 19th century poets and influenced later poets, including Ezra Pound, William Carlos Williams, Allen Ginsberg, Simon Ortiz, C.K. Williams, and Martín Espada. His innovative free verse style broke away from traditional poetic forms, allowing for a more personal and expansive expression of ideas. Whitman's focus on the individual and the collective American experience paved the way for future generations of poets to explore themes of identity, equality, and the human condition. His work continues to inspire writers to embrace boldness and inclusivity in their own literary endeavors. Whitman's celebration of the diverse and multifaceted American experience helped shape a national cultural identity that values individuality and unity. By embracing themes of democracy and inclusivity, his poetry captured the spirit of a nation in flux, providing a sense of belonging and purpose. His work encouraged Americans to see themselves as part of a larger tapestry, fostering a sense of pride and interconnectedness that continues to resonate in the country's cultural consciousness. Today, Whitman's themes of democracy, inclusivity, and the celebration of diversity remain profoundly relevant. In a world grappling with issues of social justice and equality, his poetry serves as a reminder of the importance of embracing our differences while striving for unity. Whitman's vision of a society where every voice is heard continues to inspire efforts toward building a more equitable and compassionate world. His impact on contemporary literature is evident in the works of poets and authors who seek to capture the complexities of modern life. Writers today often draw inspiration from Whitman's expansive style and his embrace of diverse perspectives, using their own voices to address current social and political issues. By echoing Whitman's themes of interconnectedness and empathy, contemporary literature continues to challenge boundaries and promote understanding across cultural divides. Whitman's emphasis on inclusivity and equality has had a lasting impact on modern social movements that champion civil rights and social justice. His belief in the inherent dignity and worth of every individual resonates with activists who fight against discrimination and advocate for marginalized communities. By promoting a vision of unity through diversity, Whitman's work continues to inspire those who strive for a more just and equitable society. Contemporary authors like Claudia Rankine and Ocean Vuong draw inspiration from Whitman's themes, using their poetry to explore identity and social justice. Rankine's work often delves into racial tensions and the personal experiences of marginalized individuals, capturing the complexity of modern American life. Vuong, on the other hand, weaves his immigrant experience into his writing, celebrating both individuality and the universal human condition, much like Whitman did in his time. Born on Long Island, Whitman grew up in Brooklyn and received limited formal education. His occupations during his lifetime included printer, school teacher, reporter, and editor. Whitman's self-published Leaves of Grass was inspired in part by his travels through the American frontier and by his admiration for Ralph Waldo Emerson. This important publication underwent 8 subsequent editions during his lifetime, as Whitman expanded and revised the poetry and added more to the original collection of 12 poems. Emerson himself declared the first edition was the most extraordinary piece of wit and wisdom that America has yet contributed. Whitman published his own enthusiastic review of Leaves of Grass, praising it as a groundbreaking work that celebrated democracy, freedom, and the diversity of American life. His self-review highlighted the collection's innovative style and its ability to capture the essence of the human experience. Whitman's work broke traditional poetic norms by using free verse and addressing themes of individuality, nature, and the interconnectedness of humanity. His bold experimentation with language and form inspired future generations of poets and solidified his legacy as a central figure in American literature. Whitman's innovative approach to poetry not only redefined the literary landscape, but also encouraged readers to view the world through a lens of unity and shared humanity. His enduring influence continues to inspire writers and thinkers, making Leaves of Grass a cornerstone of American literary heritage. Critics and readers alike, however, found both Whitman's style and subject matter unnerving. According to the Longman Anthology of Poetry, Whitman received little public acclaim for his poems during his lifetime for several reasons. This openness regarding sex, his self-presentation as a rough working man, and his stylistic innovations. A poet who abandoned the regular meter and rhyme patterns of his contemporaries, Whitman was influenced by the long cadences and rhetorical strategies of biblical poetry. Upon publishing Leaves of Grass, Whitman was subsequently fired from his job with the Department of the Interior. Despite his mixed critical reception in the U.S., he was favorably received in England, with Dante Gabriel Rossetti and Algernon Charles Swinburne among the British writers who celebrated his work. Whitman's work resonated with audiences beyond the United States, particularly in countries like England and France. In England, literary figures such as Rossetti and Swinburne praised his innovative style and bold themes, recognizing the universal appeal of his exploration of the human spirit. Similarly, in France, his poetry influenced the symbolist movement, with poets like Stéphane Mallarmé and Paul Verlaine admiring his ability to transcend traditional boundaries and evoke profound emotional responses. Whitman's emphasis on free verse and his exploration of themes such as individuality and the interconnectedness of humanity resonated deeply with symbolist poets who sought to express the ineffable and explore the subconscious. His ability to convey complex emotions through vivid imagery and musicality inspired poets like Mallarmé and Verlaine to experiment with language and form, ultimately shaping the evolution of modern poetry. Whitman's work provided a foundation for these poets to delve into the abstract and the mystical, pushing the boundaries of poetic expression. During the Civil War, Whitman worked as a clerk in Washington, D.C. For 3 years, he visited soldiers during his spare time, dressing wounds and giving solace to the injured. These experiences led to the poems in his 1865 publication, Drum Taps, which includes When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed, Whitman's elegy for President Lincoln. After suffering a serious stroke in 1873, Whitman moved to his brother's home in Camden, New Jersey. While his poetry failed to garner popular attention from his American readership during his lifetime, over 1,000 people came to view his funeral. As the first writer of a truly American poetry, Whitman's legacy endures. Whitman's influence on American literature is profound and enduring, as he is often credited with breaking away from conventional poetic forms and introducing free verse to a broader audience. His emphasis on themes of democracy, individuality, and the human experience laid the groundwork for future American poets to explore their own voices and narratives. Whitman's celebration of the common man and his inclusive vision of America inspired generations of writers to embrace diverse perspectives and explore the complexities of American identity. Whitman's innovative use of free verse and his focus on the universality of human experiences paved the way for poets like Langston Hughes and Allen Ginsberg to express their own unique visions. By championing the everyday lives of individuals and the richness of American culture, Whitman encouraged future poets to draw from their personal stories and cultural backgrounds. His legacy is evident in the works of countless American poets who continue to explore themes of identity, democracy, and the human spirit. In conclusion, Walt Whitman's groundbreaking use of free verse and celebration of individuality profoundly shaped American poetry, inspiring future generations to embrace diverse voices and cultural narratives. Whitman's poetry played a significant role in advocating for social change by highlighting the interconnectedness of all people and promoting inclusivity. His work challenged societal norms and encouraged readers to embrace equality, offering a powerful voice for marginalized communities. By addressing themes such as abolition, civil rights, and the dignity of all individuals, Whitman's poems inspired social movements and contributed to the evolving dialogue on justice and human rights in America. Whitman's poetry resonated with the civil rights movement, as his calls for equality and justice echoed the demands for racial equality and social justice. His emphasis on the interconnectedness of humanity also found relevance during the women's suffrage movement, where his inclusive vision supported gender equality and women's rights. Additionally, Whitman IS' celebration of the common man and his advocacy for a more equitable society influenced the labor movement, encouraging workers to fight for fair wages and better working conditions.